All right. Ladies and gentlemen, traders, what's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. We are back once again, and it's another beautiful day. So, as you're tuning in on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, and let's talk a little bit about the watch list, what's moving and what's not. So, I'm watching POAI, STSS, PEGY, and I still have ONMD up here. I think ONMD and Lucy can be stocks to keep an eye on over the next couple of days. ONMD, rather. Lucy. I don't know if they'll do anything today, those two, but I think the other ones are definitely worth watching. So the first three are the main watch list stocks. Tisha, what's up? Good morning. JP, how you doing? It's another day to be disciplined. It's another day to dominate. I'm hoping we see some good momentum. You know, stock like POAI, can we curl back up to the pre-market highs? Right now, there's a high of 280. 280 pre-market highs. The low of the pullback clocking in around 220. That gives us a bit of a range. The 200 EMA on the daily chart is at 281. So at the pre-market highs, we might see resistance. Other than that, if this thing can get over about $4, there might be a ton of room to the upside. But it's going to be a big level. Yeah, this should be interesting. POAI, can we get up there to 4? Right now it's up 45%, 18 million shares of volume. POAI, one of the watch list stocks here today. Doesn't look too bad. We'll see what it's able to do into the open. There's PEGY. This one does have a slightly higher float, but it's in that cheaper price range, around 30 cents. And we've been seeing a lot of action in this range recently. 33.78 for the pre-market high. Low of the pullback, 28 cents. The 200 EMA on this one is at 56.50 on the daily chart. 56.50 on the daily chart. Other than that, if PEGY, there's a gap down going back to February 5th. The high point there was 31. But being that we're right around that area, I'd hope we can at least push up to, 50 cents, right around the 200 EMA. So we'll see how this one does. PEGY up 59% with 106 million shares of volume. On the other hand, there's STSS. This one's a technology company. High of 84 cents. The low of the pullback came below VWAP around 60 cents. Also a recent bottoming wick in that area. Not bad to see. And let's see here. So we had a move on September 26th or so of last year. High point on that day was 89 cents. And I think pre-market highs might have been 96. There's my alarm for screen recording. So I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, I'm going to leave that 96 trend line there as a benchmark. In fact, let's see. Sometimes it's hard to say. I even have an intraday trend line at 124. I wonder if it was able to go all the way to those levels. But besides that day, on the daily chart, if we go back to May 10th of last year, we had a high point of 158. So 158 could also be a target here for STSS. We were up there around 70 cents, not super close to $1, but just in case it goes supernova, it goes crazy. PEGY, STSS, POAI. We'll see what we get out of these three. Again, Lucy and ONMD can be worth keeping an eye on over the next couple of days, but ONMD definitely coming down a bit. Lucy on the other hand is also down and sideways. We'll see if any one of those two are able to get the daily candle to make the new high tomorrow, or maybe Thursday. So let's start up that screen recording. Let's get locked in. It is that time once again. The beautiful thing with trading is that we get a chance. We get a fresh start. Doesn't matter what happened last week, and if we made mistakes, if we traded poorly, if we did something outside of our rules, that's the past. And we can't let the past define us. We have to, move forward with confidence and move forward with that pride and knowing that we can do what's right when it comes to being disciplined. So, I had a decent week last week, but I'm still looking forward to being disciplined this week again. I'm looking to, trade my best trading. And for me to do that, I have to, be firm with the areas that I know and love. When I see a setup that looks good, I have to take it and not be so worried about the risk that I'm not giving a sweet dip trade a chance. All those sweet bouncy areas I need to be in, respecting my stop, keeping my stop tight. But once it makes sense to give it a chance, I have to give it a chance. And that's what it is. So, you know, being patient, recognizing the pattern, pacing myself throughout the day, because longevity is big, and giving myself the best chance of having a successful day here. And, the aim, of course, is green. The aim for me here is green. Can we lock in another sweet green day? So we have some cheaper stocks. POAI, this one's a little, up there around $2. But besides that, the other two are cheaper. So in terms of share size, STSS, perhaps about 5,000 to start. Likewise, PEGY a little cheaper. Perhaps we can do about 8,000, maybe a little less. Yeah, I'll actually do 5 on that one, and I'll do 4 on this other one, and then I'll increase size once I know what we're dealing with. Because sometimes these stocks can be cheap, but there's still a huge spread. There's still a huge range. I got to make sure everything is good before I go up over 10,000, 15,000 size. But I will be pushing size today. Today, if I can get up to 50,000 shares, that'll be great. But yeah, another thing for me to keep an eye on is to remember to change my share size and my different order entry windows, and just pay attention to the key indicators as the 2-minute warning is going off. So as I'm standing here right now, I don't feel any sort of nerves. Like sometimes you can feel nervous, you can feel anxious. I feel perfectly calm, but I want to be able to get aggressive if something does indicate for me to be aggressive, right? So I want to be reactive. I'm going to stay reactive. If it's a slower start, I'm going to take it easy. But the moment something says, hey, Relentless, it's time for you to go crazy with size, it's time for you to put those orders out there, we will not hesitate. I want to take every single trade that makes sense for me to take, and I want to manage risk. So for those of you in MMU, Marcelo had the late night study session. For those of you that tuned in, you should have already have a game plan ready here. And even if you didn't, you still, need to have a game plan ready, because it's business as usual. So let's look forward to having a good time. Let's also make sure to have some fun. Let's stay disciplined out there. We got about 50 seconds to the open. I'm going to grab a water, and I'll be ready to go. Another beautiful day at long last. What will it be today? POAI. I'll watch this one into the open. I'd love to see it get over VWAP around 240, but we'll see. We will see what we get. It seems like it might be aggressive, but it's still a little early. STSS. Also one to keep an eye on. POAI, a little choppy so far. STSS, the same thing. PEGY over 30. Can we break down this wall of sellers? Yeah, I should have known to be out of that. It's taking too long. PEGY, scratch trade. POAI, we do have a double bottom at 26. What's the high? 42, 44, 45. POAI is choppy. I'm going to switch over to PEGY here. Seems like this one might be better. The high is at 32.67. Cheaper stock. 32. Wow. I'm super late to that, but okay. Adding for the break of 70. Can we push through? There's a bit of sellers. I need more size here. I have to take size. So can I get up to like 100,000, I guess, with this type of cheap stock? 33 for the highs. Watching to see how it does here as we're consolidating below the level. 32. We held up there. I'm going to get filled on the ask. Not great. All right, cool. 33.40 for the highs. 33.70. The high is at 33.71. There's 34.50. You got to be careful with the fills on the ask because sometimes it's not going. Can we get through 35? We will. 36. 36.50. I gotta take more size. I gotta take more size. More size. More size. Okay, it might need to pull back soon, so I want to be careful and not be overly aggressive. Damn. No fill. That was a good attempt right there. Could have been a great trade. No fill. You hate to see it. And that was early. I thought I was early putting out that bid. And look how you see how it's back at 36. Could have been a nice $400 trade there. POAI, can we get over 50? If it does, I'll be interested. But I'm going to let it go first before I really get involved. I got to be careful with size at this point, though. It looks like it's getting a little choppy. So we might come, yeah, I'll come down because I'm going to come back down. You know, can I just get a couple cent, or let's say a cent or so at a time? I mean, that's all I'm really concerned with here, if possible. Can we see support here again, or do we need to come down? I'm going to cut this trade and get back in. There's still bids here, though. Yeah, so it's a good fill. There's good buying here. I'm going to take the 1 cent trade. Just small trades. Can we add up small trades? I'm going to have big size at 25,000. Small size at 10. We're pulling back here, which seems to still be getting support. So I'm going to get back in. Tight stops. I'm in kind of high here, though. In a little high there. We're retesting 35. Will it come down? There's some bids here, but we might just come down through the level. Still holding. Will it go through 36 this time? What's it gonna be? Still some weakness. I'm gonna wait. I might miss the dip here. It's testing 35 for the third time, which I don't like. But it might hold up. I mean, we're doing well so far. So I'll watch over 36 if the 1 minute candle tries to make the new high. There's 35, 35. There's some selling. But still holding. Still holding. That's like the fourth, fifth time. It's not a great fill. Alright, some chop here, some chop. We might see a massive red to green if this is good. I needed more size down there, but that was a good bounce. I needed more size, but that was a good bounce. The low 33.90. The 5 minute candle is fairly like well, it's about to finish. It's a tight pullback so far. Mm, LIDR, SF. Take a quick look. LIDR, yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. LIDR. Moving up. So PEGY, still watching to see what it does though. LIDR, I'll keep an eye on. 35.60. 35.30. Are we going to see something here? Uh, 450, high of 71, low of 40, LIDR. PEGY is having a hard time, might need more of a pullback. Jeez. LIDR has potential. PEGY though, having trouble 36, but being that it's up again, I think it's fairly healthy here. And can we see the 3-bar play on the 5-minute candle to make a new high? It looks pretty good. Ay, ay, ay. I'm not in low, so I don't want to be aggressive. Are we holding? Can we hold over the highs? Only 20. You got to be quick to sell because it's kind of coming down a bit. Come on. Too soon on the buy. Oh. PEGY, come on. Talk to us nicely here. 39. Can we push through? Seeing some chop. 39. But so far, strong move. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, maybe I wait for a pullback because I'm not making money. It's going, but it's like it's, it's lingering and then it's going. There's 40. Ay, ay, ay. All right, I'll get back in again. Can we see 41? If a drop is gonna come at some point, though, you just know it. You just know a drop is gonna come. We got the 41.50. Pull back there to 39. There's 40.50 again. The breakouts are not as good unless you're, in early for that type of move and holding. It needs to come. Can we see a pullback? Can we see a proper pullback here? PEGY. We're at the highs at 40.50. The 5-minute candle has 2 minutes left. There's still time for a good proper pullback. But it's possible it just keeps going. So I could try over the high, but I'm not going to love the trade. It could keep going though. We could see 42, 43. If it does something crazy, the halt is at 52. There's 41. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give it a sec. Can we hold? Do not fail. All you do. It's rejecting. 39. So that's a breakout by a 1/7 of a penny. Time for me to size down and ease off. I want to keep watching for the dip, but the way how it's looking, the dip is going to come into the new 5-minute candle, and we could always see a 5-minute pullback at that point, so gotta be careful. Wasn't bad. Wasn't as aggressive as I could have been there. Could have probably made a cent. All good. All good in the neighborhood. All good. Just waiting patiently. So far, there was one opportunity, but it's still the candle on the 5 is still young. Just got to keep paying attention. Waiting patiently. Over 39 could be interesting. If it does get over, it's just a very quick, brief pullback. It might just go. Oh, it's gonna have some trouble there at 40. So we're still in pullback mode. 40 again. What's it gonna be? Having trouble. There's 39. LIDR is back up a little. I don't want to be watching it more than one right now. $39.80. There's 39.40. I should have been a winning. I'm trying to sell on the ask, but it's like sometimes the moment I put out the order, the stock starts to see some weakness. But that was a good attempt though. We got all the way up to like 41, close to it at least. So it's a quick pullback. We didn't really linger down there at 37 area. We'll see if it tries again, because the 5-minute chart is looking pretty bullish. I just don't want to take too many stabs in this area. I want to be precise and accurate. Ah, my God. Fucking hell. 2 cent loss, brother. With big size. Not good. It's crazy how fast it comes down when it's a false breakout, right? It's all good. Good attempt. LIDR halting down. We're seeing a lot of false breakouts. I mean, the last two inclines were so strong. We've seen a lot of false breakouts and like rejections. This is not good. My order's lagging. Just take a couple of cents there for that dip. Be careful with the order, it's lagging. Think or swim. So I gotta be careful. I gotta be a little bit more careful with where I look to use size. Scratch trade there. I wouldn't mind seeing it coming down some more. Early. I'll get caught. I'll get caught there. I'm early again. This is the dip here. This has to be the dip. And I bought early twice. 37.50. Can we bounce back to 38.50? That red was still coming and I still bought. There's like a hidden buyer there, but not big enough. Okay, I've given back half my profits. Time to slow it down. Time to slow it down. Time to slow it down. The stock still looks good on the 5 minute, but we're definitely seeing a bigger pullback here. LIDR is halted down. Let me just see if anything else is moving quickly. Still watching PEGY though. Still not the dip. Really? Or was that the dip? Okay, that was the dip. What was that fill? STSS could be extended. PEGY, we'll see if we get the bounce. We took a good sized loss coming down. Giving back half is not ever good, but it happens. And there was just three trades really, or four, like three trades. What's up with that fill? Okay, that's a good trade still. Oh my gosh. What was that? I tried to hit the buy button 3 times. That's what I get for moving my eye. Man, it's all good. Take me to the moon, 76. You gotta be careful with this one because it has a ton of range. Can we get through? Or is it another rejection? I'm gonna risk this 300 and just use that as cushion. Seems like it needs a second though. Saying the high is 77. That resistance coming out of nowhere. It's gonna push through. All the way to 80. Wow. Can we dip or are we gonna keep going? This is aggressive. There's resistance at 80. It should dip. 80, 50. No shares to short. Because I'd watch for a pullback here. Watching the dip. Can we get a dip? Can we get a dip? Not dipping. I could have took 79, didn't take it. It's not dipping. Are we gonna keep going here? Do not keep dipping. Can we bounce? Can we bounce? Alright, I'll take the couple of cents in there. So what was that? 74 dip? 73 actually. 73, 92, 74. Alright, I'm gonna size down and protect this gain. So I'm gonna add to it. I'm gonna add to it with small size. Unlike the last stock. This way if I lose on this churn, I'm not gonna give back as much. Giving back half is too much. Getting the fill on the ask in these areas is sometimes a nightmare. Bringing out the blue light glasses. We need to bounce up to at least 76, 77 to close. There's like 2 minutes. There's a minute and a half left. But if we close down here, the candlestick's going to look a little weak. So hopefully it can curl back up high 70s, 77, 78 in the next minute and a half would be great. That way short sellers are not going to be as aggressive towards a weaker chart. Damn, why did I wait so long? Sometimes these trades are so, the risk is there. And sometimes you can hesitate at these key areas, man. I tell you. I'll add again here if it's good. Can we see more green? I'd love to see like 74, but the candlestick is weak, so like, oh my gosh, look at the fills. Let me just get out of this. Look at this, look at this. It's lagging. Doesn't even make me want to hold a trade, The 5-minute candlestick is weak though. There's only 5 seconds left. Come on. Can we see 75 out of this? 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75. Nice. 75. I'm gonna get back in. There's a spread. I'm gonna get filled on the ask. And there's 71. Not good. Alright, I'll take the loss there. See, the 5-minute chart is so weak that these type of trades like this is risky. Which is this like bear flag breakout kind of trade. And what I'm trying to see is a move back up. But here we are rejecting the move up and retesting the lows. From looking good to not looking good in 30 seconds. Okay, moving on. This one might just be on the backside. LIDR resumption, sideways. ONMD, not a ton. If we had saved, giving back half on PEGY, man. Coming down to 650 wouldn't have been bad, but all the way down to 4. POAI, maybe curling up a little, but still has a ways to go. And Triad saying the same thing there. But I honestly wouldn't mind walking away right now and walking away at the highs. There could be something else coming, but I gotta be careful. I'm gonna size down across on everything drastically. There's too many days where I reach this point in the day where it feels like nothing is there. I stay and then I lose too much. So coming down to baby size until something really looks good. Maybe STSS curls back up over 74. I'll wait patiently. But don't want to overtrade anything. Just want to wait. Need something obvious and obviously strong at the same time. The lag on the orders is a problem though, right? I mean, it's like we could take huge sizing, but if the orders are there sitting on the screen, like it's not gonna work, it defeats the purpose. And also makes you a little, antsy. At least makes me a little antsy, right? I don't know about you guys, but seeing the orders just sitting there is just not a comfortable feeling. This is BMAX. This is BMAX specialty. The cheaper stocks. BMAC is one of those students who, had a little bit of success on his own, and it came into the program, and it's pretty unique his situation, right? Taking the information that he had and combining that with how the scalps are working here, and it's absolutely killing these penny stocks. Shout out to BMAC, man. Shout out to BMAC. He's one of those success stories that, I think STSS is still worth watching here, but I gotta be careful because it's a little choppy around this range between 73 and 76. That's my window of interest. But I want to be in as it's going through the level and not just chopping sideways. So I got to be careful here. And I want to see an excessive amount of buying if I'm to go in. There's 73. And my share size is pretty small here. So I'm gonna get a high fill there, but okay. My share size is pretty small. Can we get over 75? That's the key here. 75, 76 is the key. STSS. There's 75 on the ask. What is it gonna be? I'm going to take the couple cents. I'm going to increase my size because it's starting to look interesting. Coming back to 5,000 shares now. Still small size to make sure that I don't jump the gun. 75. Oh, it's trying. Oh, it's going to get through. It's going to get through. Oh, wow, wow. STSS, STSS, STSS. Just like that, it's already back in business. That is BS. That is BS, man. What is that? Come on. Really? After looking so good and working up back to 75, 76. And that's for me like a good quality setup failing miserably. You know, the 5 minute chart, man, having that big wick is gonna prove to be trouble. But at least I had small size. And 75 to 69 is unheard of on a cheaper stock. That's a big loss. 6 cents. About 250, 300. You see, but this I can't even be mad because the 5 minute chart still is a little skewed because of that wick, man. These are the type of things that, you know, can happen. But after getting back over 75 in that manner with good buying, definitely started to think it was onto something. But me, you see, this I still have this problem where I could have bought this dip here. But what did I do? I kind of got upset in the moment. I don't know why it's so hard for me to stay focused after the loss initially. Like that first second, it's just disappointment. But I gotta just keep watching because I could have caught the dip right there and made back $50 or $100 or something. Nothing looking good. I'm waiting on the sidelines. All right, this is where I'm gonna watch the scan. Let me see how you guys are doing in the chat. What? What the heck? We chilling. How do you juggle love and trading? That sounds like the name of some sort of sip up or some sort of reality, let's say reality show. You know, they have like love and basketball, love and trading. Maybe one day in the future that could be something. Trading wives, basketball wives, trading wives. Well, life is about balance, right? I'm looking at the chat, nothing is moving, so maybe I do answer a few questions. I'll just say life is about balance, right? You gotta have balance. You can't just trade from 4 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m. You're not gonna have that time for anything else. Do you even bench? I bench like 220 max, although I'm going easy at the gym right now. There's a couple other questions. Let's see if there's anything up here. Checking in on the YouTube stream. I'm gonna come over to the Discord in a sec. Is PEGY done? Yeah, PEGY, STSS also struggling a little bit. I mean, PEGY is back up a bit though. It is back up a little bit. For those of you guys watching on YouTube, we have 550 people here, but only 90 likes. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. Support the channel. PEGY moving up a little bit. Let's talk about that flush, by the way, right? My risk in that trade was 1 cent, like at max. At least that's what I was thinking. But remember that the market always has a say. And even on some of the good looking trades and areas where we think the risk should be tight, we can still end up coming out for a much bigger loss than what we could have anticipated. So even when that happens, just remember to always follow your rules, right? And for me and for us here in MMU, that is to cut the trade. Because at that point, it's no longer following through to the thesis that I had in mind. So for me to try to hold that trade on that red candle at the bottom becomes gambling because it's not in a place where I have a strategy or an edge. It's just me just hoping, and we don't want to get into that type of stuff. We just want to respect what we know works, and when it doesn't work, that's okay. We smile and we move on. So we moving on to like a stock like PEGY right now, which maybe there's something here. The setup does look good. We're seeing a bit of an ABCD. Over 35.80, over 36.50. It's big levels here. The 5-minute chart looks good. We're making a new high. What we want to see now is an increase in volume to the buy side. Can the volume sticks increase and can the candlesticks go up? So of course the key is, can we determine a low risk entry here? I'm missing the higher low, which is one of the entries that I like, which would have been down in this area. This is the first low. There's the midpoint, which is here. So I can watch this midpoint area for trades. There's a low on this current candlestick of 35.33. Anytime I see a pattern, and depending on where we are in the pattern, these are things that goes on in my head every time. I'll draw it out on the screen today. So depending on how this plays out, maybe I can get an entry somewhere. But I'd like to see more pullback, just a little more, if possible. I'll use an appropriate share size, which is not super aggressive. If I don't get a dip in this area, I can watch the breakout trade. So it still comes back to high or low again. High or low. Breakout or pullback entry. So I'm going to cut the chatter. There's a 250,000 share buyer at 35.50. We'll see if that plays a role. Okay. This is late. This is very late. I wonder if it's even worth this. I'll cut it. Cut a scratch. It's pretty late. If we could fill that bid, I think that could be good. It could be a good thing. There's 241,000, so only 9,000 shares got filled just now. Yeah, I don't love that I'm not in already, but it still could be early. It could still be early. 35.72. I'm willing to re-average here, depending on how it plays out. 35.60, 35.70. I'm willing to re-average if I need to here. This is moment of truth. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? I should have took more shares, but this could be good. So I could take the couple cents, right? Let's say I get to like a cent and a half. I could take the couple cents, or I could give this time and see if it does hold up. In which case, I could be holding for a few minutes. But I want to respect my stop. I do have a risk in mind always for every trade, right? I don't ever want to just hit the buy button and not think about losing. Some people, what they do, they'll just put a stop in the broker and then they'll leave. And they'll sometimes put a target out there too, depending. Shout out to Troy. Troy from Dallas, man. Troy, if he's watching, when I go down to Dallas, you gotta come check him out. Troy would put his stops in place and then go fry some eggs. Some people, they don't like to really stay at the screen and be super active. So it's coming down here. I'm watching this VWAP area. If it doesn't hold up here, I'm going to stop out. Some days what we also see is like a bit of a bigger pullback here and then the stock curls up. But I don't like to be getting back in too low. So I'll just wait and see how it does. The risk isn't bad for me unless it does what the last stock did, which is to teleport down. Other than that, the risk is, well within what we're looking to do here. Will we hold? If not, we're looking to come out. So I did realize some losses there. Time. All right, stopping out. That's about a $90 loss. Not bad risk for a 12,000 share position. It's coming down a bit. maybe again, sometimes they do pull back a little more and then we get the red to green, but below the VWAP for me is a little too much. And this is where I put the line in the sand. It's 10:20. It's pretty early. I do want to go till 12. I've been going till 12 last week. But again, I got to be careful to not get back. We must hold on to the gains. I think at best we might have been up like 1,500 at one point. About 1,900 in total gains, which means we've retained 50% of the profits, roughly. Skull, first time taking 4,000 shares. Abraham, first time taking 50,000 shares. The YouTube community here stepping it up. You know, the main thing with size is to accept the risk. Once you can accept the risk, and you have to accept the risk to the extremes. You know, like how that red candle flushed down. You got to assume that, you know, you're not going to just lose half of a penny, but you can just lose 6-7 cents out of nowhere. When you take that 50,000 shares and you know that that's a possibility, you can do it without worrying, you know, because you've already accepted the loss if it's to happen. But more than likely, it's gonna be a normal trade where you know, if it's a loss, because again, we're talking about the risk first. If it's a loss, it's a small loss. It's a normal, you know, 0.5% loss or whatever. Every penny is 500 bucks. 50,000 shares. So checking the scans, not seeing a ton. Checking the Discord, OBLG was mentioned. Marcelo mentioning OBLG. Another cheaper stock, moving with some volume. Yeah, this one is doing pretty well. The Discord callouts, man. Always on fire. $37.06 for the highs. Oh, that's not great. We're down a little bit. 30. And there's a small topping wick there on 5 as well. There's a truck outside, man. Oh, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Support the channel. It does help us out a ton. Be sure to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button. OBLG, it looks decent. I'm not sold on it just yet, but it looks decent. POAI being mentioned. Isn't it interesting though how these stocks curled up and then just brutal backside, man. 300 bucks, man. I'm grateful for it, but yes, but still would have thought I would have done better on such a sweet frontside move here. This ABCD went to the absolute bottoms. Rock bottom. STSS struggling. POAI up a little bit, but you know, we'll see. Guys, be sure to keep it classy in the YouTube stream. We have had to ban people before. Just a heads up and warning there. Keep it classy, keep it cool, keep it respectful. POAI. Maybe this one starts to move a little bit. I don't understand why this light is affecting my eyes so much. It's not even that bright. I better not need glasses over a few years, man. That's the type of stuff that just would frustrate me a little bit at least. LIDR. Gotta be careful with those types of drops. It's a little whippy indeed. Oh damn, I should have held that. It's trying. Can we see it? Mm, it's trying. It's right at the high of day. LIDR. Back down again. Perhaps we need consolidation. Okay. There was a small bid there, or a small seller rather. I'm gonna watch for the dip if it pulls back some more, and hopefully we can hold up because we don't want this thing going to the bottoms. If we go to the bottoms, well, not much I'll be able to do but take a loss and smile. Bottoms of the seven seas. POAI is coming alive. LIDR also moving. So wait, let me wait. POAI. I'm kind of watching both of them, which isn't good. Gotta stick to one or the other. Yeah, it probably might be the light from the monitor. I'll read that comment there in a sec. It might be the light from the monitor because the blue light's kind of crazy. That's why I bought those glasses a few years ago, actually, like a year ago. I think Marcelo was telling me the same thing at one point. I'll check out those ratios. Gotta make the adjustment. If not, my eyes is gonna be in the depths. In the gallows. POAI is still around the VWAP area. Certainly has my interest. But can we continue? Part of me also feels like it can drop. So, I'll have to be careful here. Can we push through? Come on. So far, so good. I'm gonna prepare for this stock. It might start to move. So I'm gonna have big size ready. But I need to see more of a move. Right? It's still early. It might still be pretty early. Just gotta keep watching and position myself here as best as I can. In case it does go, I can be in. Oh, son of a gun. 28. It needs it. It needs to hold up here. We'll see whether or not it does. It's imperative. The candle's young, so there's still time. That's good. This is good. Man, I should have anticipated that. It's what I imagined initially, but then I still bought it at 32 because the level 2 was holding up. Well, should have been in at 27, waiting. All good. So I'm gonna miss that dip. But that's a pretty solid pullback. Okay, why are we back here again so quickly? Still fighting though, which is good. I'd love for us to get a proper test of 40 just now, but it's back down again. Perhaps it's going to the depths. I don't like how the 5 minute candle's closing. So it's gonna be a red doji. 4 day weekend. Okay, we're back at 32. I drop back down to 1500. Yeah, this is pretty choppy here. Ah, man. I was hoping for a nice move, but we'll see. I'll be waiting. I'll keep waiting. Is this thing even on? What's going on, man? LIDR again. Trying. I don't want to grasp at straws. Could be a good place to shut it down and come back later, despite wanting to stream till 12 p.m. Trading is this thing where it's always a little tricky because we know opportunities could come at any time, and it's why some of us don't like to move. You know, get out of the groove, and then 15 minutes later, there's another hot stock, and you're, making breakfast or something, or you're doing something else. Man, day trading, day trading. How many days do we have left? 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, 3 days. Yeah, I think this might be a good place. This might be a good place to call it. We don't want to force anything. We don't want to overtrade. We already did get caught in a few areas where we gave back a little bit. So sometimes you gotta just shut it down. Sometimes you just gotta shut it down. So if there's any quick questions in the Discord or on the live stream, you guys can feel free. Let me see in the MMU channel. Marcelo, Reda. The MMU community is doing so good. We still have people who are trying to get there and who's working towards consistency. But we're also seeing a lot of traders who are, making good strides. Myself, Marcelo, Tim, Triad will be here every day. We'll be here every day. Tomorrow again. In sunshine and in the rain. LIDR, I don't trust. LIDR, I don't really trust. Why would you go for such a name? I mean, what's wrong with this person? Jeez. Thanks for coming live every day. No problem. The reason why I live stream is because I'll have to trade anyways. It's like it doesn't take anything extra for me to live stream. But what I'll say is that live streaming and trading, you got to kind of be willing to put yourself out there, because anytime you do this, you're opening yourself up to criticism. You have to expect that. Uh, I needed more size there. Can we keep going? It might get halted up. It's an aggressive trade. Try again, because this thing is an aggressive stock. We got sellers 20,000 at 5. LIDR, LIDR. The halt is at 19. We have a bid. This is aggressive. It might pull back here. Wow. Waiting. It's a weird one around 5 here. It's not going. Why? Do we have short sellers here? Scratch trade. Five-minute candles about to close. I want to see a proper pullback sustain itself. That will give me confidence to, get aggressive. LIDR. I'm gonna sell early here. I'm gonna sell that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna sell too early. I thought I was buying too high. 70. We had 74, then 79. Thought we might have pulled back even to high 60s, but I'm gonna miss out on a nice 12 cents. Only taking 5. Pastor, brother. So you fumble a few trades there, but it's because the bid kind of came down once I got in, and then it's like right back up. So a little tricky. That's why sometimes it is better to just sell half and wait. Sometimes. I gotta be quicker to get out once I put the order on the ask. To cancel and then mark it. It's happening a couple too many times today where I'm not maximizing. And not only am I not maximizing, I'm slow to cancel, so I don't get the bid price. That's too aggressive. You're gonna get a miracle fill there though. Can we try again? Still here. What's it gonna be? I do feel encouraged to size up though, I will say. Really. It definitely comes up quick when it's ready. Scratch trades around 90. During the next incline, if it gives another one, I'll size up. Base 25 and max 5. Maybe max 7, depending. But I had to be careful, or else, one wrong move, I kind of give back the entire day. So I got to be careful. That's the reality of size. Do not fail. And I got filled on the ass, which isn't great. So I'll take the loss here. It's coming down. Be careful. Watch the dip. This could be too early, but I'll try anyways. And it held up 70, which is good. It held up 75, so it's not finished yet. This is a false breakout, but we held up support, so there's still a chance. But short sellers might be here. In fact, they're definitely here, which could be a good thing, because if we hold up this dip, they can get themselves in trouble. They'll have to cover over the highs. I wonder which way it'll be. So I'll give it 5-10 minutes. And I'll watch here in case it reclaims this low if it goes down. Okay, I'm super duper late there. Too much indecision on my side. But not bad. If we can keep holding here. Can we get back over 80, 85? Eventually, there's 778. There's 80. Okay. And this is how short sellers, this is how they get into trouble, just like this. This is ideal because people are going to go short aggressively here. 85, 90. They're going to say, okay, yes, I'm in and I feel good about my stop of 15, 20 cents at the highs. All right. Okay. I need to be in though. I need to try to get in here if I can. It can still fail because of course that's just the market. So I want to, if I take any trades, I want to always accept my risk. But will the short sellers pay the price here today? Come on, give me a fair fill. Give me a nice fill. I'm willing to re-average if I have to. Let's not lose too much. Come on, talk to us nicely. Something decisive and quick. If not, I'm out of that entry too soon. VWAP is at 53. It's possible that we could even pull back all the way down there too. LIDR, will you be the one? The strong stock of the day. Sometimes these areas can be tricky. What I can do is put a stop in place and not be as active. I could, but sometimes I'd like to re-average, if I need to. When I put a stop in place, it becomes more of a fixed trade. Time candle's about to end, so what is it gonna be? Are we gonna see something or not? Easing off a little bit, but still willing to get back in. Man, I hate all these million trades here. Come on, can we see something already? If not, to the gallows. Another scratch trade. Giving back small losses, paper cuts, paper cuts. Maybe I just wait for the 1 minute candle to make the new high and close. We've been having lower highs trending down. Haven't had the bounce I would have hoped for by this point. And it's here where I get to my wit's end with my mental capital, that it surges up. Because that's what the market does to you sometimes. If we get a move, it should be decisive and fast here. At least it, thinking it should be. Sizing down to 1,000. No bounce. 10 minutes later. POAI on the other hand, back at 35. Right now, short sellers are feeling good. You know, short up there at 490, $5. They're feeling pretty good about themselves here. Long traders, not so much right now. But that can change. We'll see how it goes. POAI, though, over 40 could be interesting. So I also want to keep an eye there. It's at 36. One last attempt here. One last attempt for this hoorah. KB, brother. KB, where are those bulls? Where are those bulls? Where are those bulls, brother? I got a target of 85. Where are those bulls? An aggressive target indeed. Where are those bulls? Can we see something here? Can we see the moon? 72. Do I hear 73? I got 1,000 shares still. Can we see 73, 74? There's 72 again. Waiting patiently. Hopefully I'm not delusional here. Okay, maybe I am. Cutting the rest flat. Or I'm just out too soon. But I mean, this is a pretty good candle, significant candle here. I'll get back in if more volume comes in again. Not even to 75, 80, like come on. Maybe this is just backside. POAI is struggling, so perhaps this is it. I gotta go buy some new shirts, man. These shirts are at their wits' end. When they lasted like a year, 12 wash. I mean, I use them to do everything, so I wear them all the time, everywhere. I wear them for every occasion. If there's a wedding, you can expect to see me in a Relentless Trader shirt. If there's a funeral, you can expect me to see me in a Relentless Trader shirt. You know that's just what it is. On vacation, you can expect me to be in a Relentless Trader shirt. You know, I was supposed to release the shirt to the public in December of last year, but then, you know, the company I was partnered with, they turned out not to be so great. So I just postponed the release. A few people did want shirts. Not everybody, a few people. These print-on-demand companies are pretty impressive, though, with what they're doing. POAI is still fighting at 230. That's a stock that can really give a good move. POAI, it's in an interesting area. But we really got to get over 40, 50, and Not a bad place for us to break out of the wedge here. Not a bad place at all. It's too early. Come on, Pastor. These are sweet trades, brother. Can we get through 50? It looks like it's brewing. Can't be late, that's for sure. It looks like it's brewing. It looks like it's brewing. LIDR, LIDR. Too early there. Waiting. Come on. Oh my gosh. All right. It's a little tricky. What's hive day? 57. And there might be short sellers here, so this could keep going. I'm gonna keep throwing out attempts. Only a couple cents every time here, not really connecting on anything serious, at least not yet. But it's still early. The stock is still young, over 250. There could be room to 280 at the pre-market high and the 200 EMA. Oh man, are you kidding me, man? Low was 46. And that was me daydreaming right there. That, are you kidding me? I was thinking about something completely different. Which is not good. I'm not focused. Gotta lock in. Gots to lock in. Small seller 53, 20,000. Ridiculous. 44. Dip here, a little indecisive. There's no way I got filled at 45 there, buying 41. This is the nonsense I hate, man. Come on. I bought early too. It discourages me from holding this position longer. Unnecessary loss. The low was 36. It's like I can't concentrate right now, man. I might have to shut it down. The high is at 57. Time to get locked in. Gotta be like Siddhartha. That wasn't a good attempt. We needed to go. We need to get to 65.70. It's struggling. All right. This thing is struggling. The 5 minute candle to make the new high rejected. We needed to go on that breakout, man. It can hold up the lows again, but could be tricky. Big levels here. Big levels at the VWAP. Big levels. LIDR is curling up a little bit. Is GameStop worth it? Probably not. I shouldn't be trading this. The daily chart does look decent in terms of a small gap. Like the gap down was from 27.59 to 19, or no, to 22. So back over 22, it's like, could we see like 25, 24? But it's already given such a decent move. I don't know. Pre-market highs at 24.34. But this is the type of stock to go red on and lose the entire day. So I'm gonna shut it down. I'm getting distracted. There's something that's kind of came up in my head, but gotta stay focused. Gotta stay focused. POAI struggling. I think ONMD tomorrow could be worth watching, especially if there's any sort of like bigger volume that comes in for the first daily candle to make a new high. But we'll see. We'll see. How did we hold up? Went lower. Well, I think that's gonna do it. It's a solid day. We're up $1,600. We'll take it. Green day is not a bad day following the rules. So tomorrow again. I'll be back later today with small size to see if something moves. But there's some back end stuff that I have to do. So I will get to it. I will get busy, get to work. I'll take care of any questions in the DM that I haven't answered yet. Yeah, other than that, check out those links down below. For those of you who are interested in Momo Pro, Momo Pro is the scanning software that I use each and every day for the watch list stocks. They also now offer halt levels, which a lot of people are interested in, so you guys can check it out. Shout out to Momo of the Pro. Code Relentless, by the way, for 25% off for 6 months. 25% off for 6 months. Code Relentless. Other than that, feel free to check out the chat room. I'm going to stop the screen recording so we can save some space on the computer. We're at 2 hours already. Yeah, I think I'm done, so I'll stop the screen recording. Yeah, check out the Discord. For those of you who are not familiar with Discord, it's a chat room service, it's a chat room app, and this is where the broader Relentless trading community hang out. Some people they hang out in the YouTube live stream chat, which is cool, but you know they'll even say, Relentless, can you leave the chat on and just leave the live stream going so we can have the chat? But the reason I don't do that is because we already have a chat, which is this chat right here, right? The Discord, right? Where you can actually post memes. And there's a pretty crazy one right here. But above all else, we can engage on a higher level, sharing our trades, utilizing voice channels like this one, which acts as a conference call, phone call, study session, study rooms, and much more. So check out the Discord, all right? Where we have traders like Big Steve, Spartan, Triad, Calamity, Zero. And of course, if you are someone who's using a real account and you've made around 25,000 in gains, if you want to get verified via the blue check, you can reach out to us. And of course, there are some guidelines. You'll have to share your screen. You'll have to show us your year-to-date P&L, your all-time P&L, and a few other things, all right? You know, transparency is key here in this community, and it's why we have these things set up. It's why we have rules, all right? So be sure to check out the rules, check out the disclaimers. And yeah, utilize the chat room to your fullest, right? We do have a section specifically for students, right? We have a section specifically for students. So the students can come, you know, ask away. There's the Gen chat for general conversations, but the day trading floor is usually where it goes down. You know, guys like Calamity, Crispy Trades, checking in on each other, trading GameStop. So yeah, and you know, at the end of the day, you can always come back and see how everyone did so far, right? Ken, small profits on a slow day. Green Dream ended red today. STSS, the bigger loss came on PGY. Green Dream has been doing very well. Small red day for him. I think Green Dream has actually been doing better than me last month, the month before, maybe even. I got to step up my game because, some of these students, man, I tell you, they're already surpassing me. At this rate, I'm going to be left in the dust. So I got to up my game. I got to up my size. Keep pushing it. We don't compare ourselves to each other directly. We look at each other for motivation and encouragement. But I'm pretty sure everyone out there is a little bit of a competitor, and we did kind of have this thing back in the day, which was like, hey, who is the king of the Discord, right? And usually it's the person who had the biggest gain on that day, right? And so Crispy is holding GameStop. Crispy today up 6,000. And for Crispy trades at this point, this is a small day. Well, shout out to Crispy. He's back from vacation. Jeffrey. So we got students, we got the team house guys. There's people using different share size too, right? Depending on where they are. More traders will be posting throughout the day. SF small green today. Yeah, Ford 550 or so. More people are going to be posting as the day goes on, but yeah, I'm shutting it down. So check out the Discord. Check out Momo Pro. And by the way, these are the only 3 links that I'll ever talk about, at least for right now. That could change over time, but just to keep it clean, and you guys know there's no fishy business with these fake accounts that are popping up left and right. The last link is, of course, MMU, Merciless Markets, the day trading service that I offer for anybody who is out there who is a struggling trader, or for anybody who might just want to learn how to trade, right? It's here, and it goes from 0 to advanced. You guys can scroll down, check out the website, check out the curriculum. From 0 to advanced, you have a couple of mentors in myself, Marcelo, Tim, and Triad, all right? We all are on YouTube. We all upload recaps regularly. We all are transparent above all else, all right? You have people approaching $1 million in profits. Pretty soon we're going to be millionaire traders, right? So we got to start seeing it from now. You got some millionaire traders right here in front of you every day. It doesn't get any more transparent than this. So check it out. You can utilize coupon code Miami for 40% off. And this sale is of course in honor of our next team house meetup, which we are doing in Miami in the Vice. So if you're not familiar with spinning the wheel, we usually will spin a wheel, and I'll show you guys what this looks like. So every student in the backlog, their names will be entered on to this list, and we're gonna spin the wheel, and there's gonna be a winner. And of course, this is not the actual wheel. The wheel will be much more longer than this. We're gonna just download the CSV from the back end, but we're gonna be spinning a wheel similar to this, and whoever name comes up, that's the person who's gonna win the trip to Miami. So shout out to the winner, and we'll see who wins, right? We'll see who wins. This is of course just an example, but we'll spin the wheel. We got to put out a date. I was honestly thinking first week of June. Maybe early second week can work as well. Maybe Monday the 10th, or maybe Friday the 7th. Friday the 7th maybe could work. The 14th might even be a little too close. So we're probably going to do it on Friday the 7th. We're going to spin the wheel on Friday the 7th. So one lucky MMU member will be hanging out with us in Miami, end of June. So buckle up, stay tuned, utilize those coupons, join the community. And if you are a diamond member, by the way, you'll have 5 times the entries, right? So again, the wheel that we're going to actually show here is going to be enormous. It's going to be a giant wheel. But yeah, this should be interesting. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for me. I'll show you guys the month, by the way. I can show the month. The monthly recap is going to come out, but We talked about going through the rough patch. We talked about struggling, having a hard time, but it's why I always remain confident and trust myself to be disciplined. Discipline for me is the number one strategy. As Lucy is taking off here, maybe I should be trading this. Discipline is the number one strategy. Lucy, Lucy. It's so random how the volume got in here like this. It's out of nowhere. What? It's moving. And of course, it was called out, but I was too busy going over the closing statements. See, when I show up like this, I just can't help but feel like it's too extended. Well, this is what I get for shutting it down early. I still think I'm going to import though. So I have to import for, let's see, calendar. The month isn't looking as bad as it was looking in the first 2 weeks. This is why sometimes we just have to hang in there, man. We gotta just hang in there. Greatness is on the horizon. That's the only thing that I look forward to every day. Greatness. The P&L doesn't. The P&L will follow. If we can be disciplined and execute on the strategy, which for me, that's what it means to be great, is to be disciplined, right? Then the money will follow. So the money doesn't come first. How good can I be as the individual to be fierce, to be courageous in the moments where the trade is risky, but I see the entry? You know, Executing, taking the breakout trades, having tight stops. How fierce can I be in those areas? And how disciplined can I be knowing that this is what the system is telling me to do? The better that I can be, the more the P&L will be at the end of the day. So, the P&L does not come first. It doesn't make sense that it would come first. Then we get into profits over process, and then we're doing it backwards. And then the P&L will dictate the day, and before you know it, there's FOMO, and then there's all sorts of emotions that should not be there in the first place. Actually, I only have to import for 1 day, so I guess we can wait on Trader View then. What's this, the 28th? Yeah, I guess we'll wait till the month is done. A couple more days. Well, we are back green on the month after last week, which is good. Discipline is the master. And don't worry, the sun is gonna the sun is usually shining on me the brightest in the summer months, so it should be a good summer. 66. 1 minute candle making the new high. Yeah, not great. It has a lot of potential, this stock. That was a penny breakout rather easily. So I've definitely missed out a lot on this move here. Ay, ay, ay. Was too early. Why is it looking like it can come down, man? We should have went up there. We dropped right back to 70. We had 72, 73. It's gonna get me out of the trade there. Also, I'll be holding here to see can we get 73 again, 74. So let's see if it holds up. I'm willing to get back in, but I gotta be careful. I'm already late to the show as it is. Mm-mm. Ay, ay, ay. 68. Isn't it crazy? This is the thing with trading that is so crazy though. How much percentage was this? 37% move. And we went from 55 to 75. I probably could have made $1,000 here, more than likely, if I was watching it on time. It's just so crazy to think that because I'm watching it something else, that I'm out $1,000. It's crazy. But you gotta also know that and not have FOMO, you know? If anything, it's a good thing. As long as we're diligent and there's opportunity, and the opportunity is linear, we can capitalize. Be of course assuming you're, at the level that I am, right? Or you're a student who is making your way through the course and you're finding success, because as we know, it's not guaranteed. I got to be careful how I talk on here because there's all sorts of people listening, and I got to make sure to say everything with context so that's not taken out of context, because then that's another problem. But yeah, under the assumption that you're, and I talk it. I talk. That's the thing. I got to be careful. Maybe I need to be PR trained a little bit better because I talk in this plural so many times, but I'm referring to myself. It's like, okay, I'm watching. I'll say we're what I'm. How do I usually phrase it? I say these things so many times, and right now I can't think of anything. But you guys know what I'm getting at, right? But yeah, Lucy, are we on the backside here? Are we on the backside, Lucy? I'm gonna eat an early lunch. I'm gonna eat an early lunch today, right at like 12, and then it's just straight to business. Got to get everything done in a timely manner. We're coming into the back half of the year. It's time to heat up again with efficiency and just lock in the back half of this year. We have to dominate, not just in trading, but in every aspect. Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. I think this was a good move here on Lucy. It might still have potential later into the day. Even some of the other stocks that we watched at, some people might like GameStop, some people might like PEGY, but we need to curl back up some more. LIDR, how are we doing? This one came down a little bit. STSS also down and sideways. So we'll see what we get in the afternoon opportunities. as mentioned, take a look at those links down below. And then I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe, stay green. It's been Relentless Trader. We're ending off here at a $1,700 green day. I'll see you guys in the recap, and then again tomorrow morning around 9:15 a.m. Stay safe, stay green. Hit that thumbs up if you have not already on the way out, and I'll catch you guys next time.